and welcome back. It's been a while since we've done like a full screen intro to a video, but hi, it's me, Beth. Welcome. Today is going to be fun, it's going to be chaotic, it's going to be a little bit bonkers, but I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be fun. And what might this fun be that you ask? Well, you've already seen the title. AI. We're using AI. It's everywhere at the moment. We're going to use it to come up with a new build challenge concept in The Sims. I'm very excited about this. So shall we get into it? And here we are. What is this, you may be asking? We're using ChatGPT. It's a fun little thing. I've had a lot of fun typing all weird things in here and the lovely results it gives us back, and we're messing around with it the other day and I literally thought, let's ask it to do a Sims challenge for us. That's what you're going to see here. This is actually our second one of these that we've done. The first one was on Twitch. It did turn into a little bit of a disaster, I'm not gonna lie to you. It did not go too well, but fingers crossed for this second one. I think you guys are gonna like it. So let's ask our little question. But you can see in real time like everything that it like spurts back out, and what I'll do is I'll put the whole response in the descriptions. If you want to play along, you can. So let's just let it do its thing. So, oh, I'm in the way. It's an urban jungle apartment challenge. Build an apartment in the heart of the city that blends the modern urban lifestyle with a touch of nature. The lot size must be 20 by 20 or 20 by 30. You'll have a budget of 75,000, that is. Must have at least 2 floors, include a living room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen/dining area. Must have a balcony or terrace with plants, trees, or other greenery. Should include at least 1 unique feature, such as a living wall or a waterfall. And it must have at least 2 different types of floor materials used throughout the apartment. Must be zoned residential and built in one of the neighbourhoods, the city neighbourhoods, that is. Obviously, there's a bonus on there. You can create a rooftop garden and or rooftop pool. But yeah, you gotta keep in mind the budget, guys. Keep in mind the budget. Here we go. Off to get an apartment. Here we are. We're in San Myshuno, guys. Obviously, where else are we gonna build a city-themed apartment other than San Myshuno? You see, I'm using that one right at the very top right there. It's a beautiful apartment that was already here. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. I actually wanted to use this for an upcoming build, but for this we didn't need. So we're just going to demolish this and just get cracking, really. So as you can see, I'm just going to remove all of this. I know we could have bulldozed, but I wanted to keep the original windows that were there just so we could line it up with like the lower floors down here. So I put it to one side. I kept the brick as well that was going on there. So we can just use all of that and we can try and tie it in and make it look like it was always meant to be here. I think this is my first ever apartment that I've built myself, like one of those penthouse apartments. So you'll have to tell me if you like it or not, because this was very daunting, just being given like a lot on top of a building and going, okay, well, we kind of have to make it match. I realized the roof was still on there, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. But yeah, and obviously this apartment has to be 2 stories. So I raise it up, I add another level, which is pretty much the same. We leave this little section that you saw there because it said about a balcony or a terrace. I'm aware that we're the penthouse apartment, so I also have 2 the other side. But it all makes sense, I promise you. I wanted to do this really cool skylight with the window, hence the U shape that we went with. I was like, let's do a modern roofing. I'm not a modern builder in the slightest, but I was like, we're going urban. It's urban jungle, that's the challenge. Here we are, I'm just finagling the roof a little bit, making sure it all matches. And as you see, it's looking quite a little pretty there. I realized with this big skylight that I wanted, I needed to actually bring these walls in. So even though I made a U shape, I was like, I need to alternate it slightly. I had such a gripe with that door you just saw there. The door with the blue windows would have been perfect if it didn't have blue windows. I know it doesn't have blue windows on the inside, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I may do, I think I used Eco Lifestyle maybe in the end instead, and you know, it comes up with a very similar effect. Still quite pretty, I'm just into it. We started with the stairs for the first thing because if you've seen any of my builds, I always forget about the stairs and the bathroom. So I was like, you know what, let's put the stairs in first of all, and then I can figure out the rest of the layout. I didn't really know how this was going to go. I didn't have too much of like a plan other than I wanted like brick and exposed beams and columns. I just wanted it to look really industrial for that urban effect. But this is so out of my comfort zone that I normally build with. Obviously I had to fit the lift in as well. It's one of the apartment requirements for a penthouse. So I kind of built it in with the stairs. It actually worked really nicely in the end. Bonus requirement, the pool. So we added the pool in. I'm going to get my bonus points, you know me. Add in this little terraced area up here. Just add in the walls in. Won't use the same doors and windows everywhere just to make it feel a little bit more cohesive. Gave ourselves a little bit more space inside with this extra little roof area by pulling it out ever so slightly. Had to redo my windows, but it's fine. And these little teeny tiny ones, these are base game, worked so well. Like actually the wood type matched, which is amazing. Added this little cutout here. Now the cutout that you, wait, where are we going first? Oh, we are doing the kitchen. So the cutout that I just added there, I love it when a kitchen flows through to another room. We done it in the Kirby apartment as well, or we done a little cutout where there would be some counters, like a little breakfast bar, but I actually do something way more exciting on this build. Just warning you, it's worth the wait, it's worth the wait. Using all of these cabinets, again, just trying to add like a lot of natural wood, like as industrial as we could get. I love the double oven moment here. I don't know who cooks enough to need a double oven, not me though. Here are two different floor types. Yes, another requirement that we needed to do. I love the Batu floor in there. And I don't know if you just saw here, I added a skirting trim here. This is, I think it's at the Get to Work pack. It's called Window Shopping and your Sims can walk straight over it. It's really cool. So if you wanted to add like a little skirting trim there, that's a great tip. Now I'm just going to take you back quickly and we're just going to pause here for a second because it's flying by real quick and there's some exciting stuff here. So another one of the special requirements that we had to do was either add a unique feature that was either like a living plant wall or a waterfall. And I don't mean to say that this is genius, but this was a random idea when I was trying to figure out what to do in this space. We used one of the big waterfalls that we could find, and this came from Spa Day, and it was like the perfect fit to go in this gap. So we've got a water feature going on there, which leads into the living room, and I just think that's really cool. I love it so much. I think it's awesome. And if you missed it, this was that skirting detail that I was on about here. That's called Window Shopping. It's a fence. Your Sims can walk over it. It's a great little detail to transfer from different floor types. Adds a little bit more structure, a little bit more realism. I love it, but I'll carry on now. Press play again. I'm sorry. It was just too cool and it flew by. But here you go. I was testing out the different sizes for that waterfall feature as well. But the middle one, it worked perfectly and it came in a nice grey. Now here is a really cool area. So I'm just going to pause again real quick. This is our swimming pool and I was determined. So originally this room here was going to be the bathroom. And again, my crazy chaotic brain in the spur of the moment went, I want an indoor outdoor pool. How do we make an indoor outdoor pool? I'm gonna freaking show you. I'm gonna show you right now. So I end up using, I think these are snowy escape windows. Just to make like a little archway. I then put a spandrel on the wall that was originally there to create an open archway and just extend the pool through. And now we have this indoor outdoor area, which I feel is so bougie. And I feel like if you were in a penthouse apartment like this, it makes sense. So I created like this little get ready area. Like maybe if you're coming from the inside of the house, you want to get ready there, you can, kind of thing. But yeah, so I thought it was a really cool feature. So I just had to pause it there. I'm sorry, I know I keep pausing. This will be the bathroom because obviously I've changed where the bathroom is now going. I'm gonna create this like little divot, and I thought this would be really cool to add a ton of shelves. And because obviously it's urban jungle, we have to add so much plant life, and I love plants, I love clutter, so that's what that area is going to be. But if you're wondering why I'm jumping all around this build, I've never built really on a budget constraint. So I'm trying to get all the main features of the house in before I start going crazy on my plant clutter, because I know no bounds. Here is that Batu floor, and again in the bathroom with these beautiful, I think these are industrial loft windows. And just making like a real bougie, quite, I guess maybe quite edgy bathroom, because your bath is pressed right against a window. But like if you're in a big apartment like this, why the hell, who's gonna see ya? Who's gonna see ya? So that was the thought process there. Add in a little laundry area. And I'm a sucker. I'm an absolute sucker for a sunken seating area. And this was such a weird layout, this living room zone. I was struggling what to do. So adding like this sunken area, we use the design home decorator, I think. Modular sofas there. I spin it around. And it looks really cozy, again, quite bougie. I really wanted a TV on one of the walls there, but I very quickly find out that I used all of our budget very quickly. So I don't get to do that. Just add in some more of these industrial loft windows. I think they look really nice. Even though they don't match the rest of the build, I still think they look pretty swish. This is the upstairs area. And again, I'm just in a platform mindset. I don't know what happened to me on this day, but I was like, I want to use platforms everywhere. And I think it's because it's open plan. I was like, platforms just might make it feel a little bit more separated, I guess. So we're adding in quite neutral colors in here because I really want the greens from all the plants to pop. So we've added like this nice little lofted bed situation. This was a lot of fun. I'm sure loads of people have done this before, but I thought this was really fun and my brain thought of it itself, but no idea is original. Oh, see, this is great if you want to try and get a mirror at a different height, because we all know mirrors do not go at the height we want them to go. Added some strip light in either side. And this is just like a real cute open dressing area. So yeah, everything's just kind of on show and display, which I like. I feel like that's quite trendy. So we've got some clothes, shoes. We're going to add a ton of clutter, lots of plants. I would love an area like this in my own house. I think this would be so beautiful. But I live in England and we don't have the space. We don't have the space. I used a lot of yellows as well because I think that ties into plants, like yellows, greens, browns, all those like neutral, natural colors I really enjoy. So I just padded it out a little bit, made it look a little bit more lived in for the girl that's living here. Like, I just think of her as a cool plant mum, you know, like she's got this big fancy apartment. She's well traveled, everything I want to be. Baby Yoda, obviously, little Grogu. I'm obsessed with Mandalorian. I know it's going to date the video, but did you see the season finale? So add in some more clutter. I think we actually changed these cabinets colors as well, because at the moment the white I thought was like a nice contrast with all the browns and the bricks, but yeah, it ends up looking better with this dark wood tone on the fronts instead. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Curtains only added in the bedroom. I thought we'll give her some privacy for when she goes to sleep, but not in the bathroom, obviously. More plants, a little bit more clutter. This is an urban jungle, so I'm trying to get as much greenery as I can that the budget is going to allow me to do. Again, neutral tones with a lot of this dark wood. I did try dark wood flooring, but it just looked a little bit too much. So we went with dark wood furnishings instead. A little bit more clutter everywhere. I love clutter. Clutter makes me happy. Add in some more greenery, because all of this space looked quite bare. So I was like, let's add some extra greenery. We've got one of the outdoor bits here, looking pretty cute. So we're adding hedges everywhere, just to hide the wall. I know the wall's kind of cute, but I was like, you know what? I need it to look green, damn it. This is really cool. If you guys haven't seen these, I think these come in debug or live edit, these little garden borders. The first time I saw them, I thought they were for like mini golf. I'm sorry, they're not. They're for like flower beds. How freaking awesome is that? So again, it's staying in that color palette of like the oranges and yellows, adding a ton of wildflowers in that. I just think it makes it look more intentional. And because we're on a roof, I was like, well, you can't plant like in the soil. Like, this is fake grass up here. We know that. But these little planter beds would make sense, like in my brain anyway. I also like the curve of it. I think it looks so freaking slick. I wish I could change the color of the borders, but you know what? I shouldn't be too picky. I shouldn't be too picky. So I'm trying to add this little outdoor entertainment area. So I've got like a barbecue picnic table. We're adding some yoga mats, because who doesn't want to do yoga on the balcony of their very expensive penthouse jungle urban apartment? Here we go. We're adding more plants on the other side. Now, this is what I mean by I keep flipping between the rooms, because I'm very conscious of the budget. So I'm just trying to fit in everything as best as I can. And just a lot of plants. We end up using a lot of duplicate plants here, but we changed the swatches a lot, which is just a bit of a lifesaver if you're stuck for plants. Stuck for plants! Dear Lord, Beth, get your mind out the gutter. Some more plants. It's really funny because after I finished recording all of this, the build and everything, they then announced the new kits. One of them was a greenhouse kit, and I'm like, that would have been perfect in this build, so maybe we'll revisit this build at some point, add a few new items in potentially. But yeah, it's looking pretty slick so far. So I'm gonna add some clutter in the kitchen now. Normally I like to clutter each room as I do it, but oh, this is such a good tip. If you guys don't know how to get a coffee pot exactly where you want, watch what's happening right now. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. It's perfect. You can put that coffee pot wherever you want. If you don't know how to do it, you take an island counter, not your normal kitchen counters, an island counter, pop your coffee pot on it and size the counter down, and then alt place move objects. You'll be fine. But it just meant I could get it exactly where I wanted to get it, which was perfect. But yeah, normally when I build a room, I do the clutter of the, oh, look at that waterfall. I do the clutter of the room and then move on. Whereas this, I had to do each room and then go back and add clutter because of a budget. Don't put your girl on a budget. She can't budget, okay? Which you realize very close towards the end where I'm like, I have no money left for this build. Adding some more bookcases. Again, this was too bright of a wood, so we made it that dark brown wood again. Added a little bit of photo frames. This bathtub area, give me this bathtub. Give me this bathtub to wash away the day. I need it. It's just so pretty. Adding some laundry baskets in there because we've added obviously all the washing machines and bits. But yeah, and then more clutter and more plants. This hanging plant, if you just saw it there, that hanging plant, that I believe is a live edit plant. So make sure you have your live edit cheats on if you want to grab that. I think it comes from, is it the knitting one? Maybe, or Tiny Living, I'm not sure. But look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. So pretty. Oh, it's so cute. Then we've got this out. Now, you see, I'm doing all this fancy alt place in here. And again, The Sims have just come out with another new update where all of this will now snap to where you need it to go. So you see me doing this the hard way. In the new update, I'm pretty sure all your items will snap exactly to where you want. Which, yeah, Future Beth is going to love that. Oh, this little cozy entryway. Again, we do a very similar tip here with the mirror where you delete the wall, you raise up your mirror with the 9 so you get it at the exact height that you want, and then you can pop your wall back. It means that you can get it exactly where you want, and it's so pretty. Because sometimes mirrors are too high for your Sims. I'm like, why is my mirror higher than the door frame? More plants. I love these cool kitchen plants. I don't end up using them in this build. They don't end up working with the scheme that we've gone for, but they are very cute. I use them in a lot of builds moving forward. It's very cutesy. And in like just a little bit of clutter here, make it feel lived in. I don't know, maybe she's a writer or something. A writer, an artiste, who knows? But again, just very industrial, very cute. I love a rug. This rug is the high school rug in one of the hidden swatches. If you don't know, make sure you go check. Trying to sort out the final outdoor balcony area. This one was tough. I was running out of money so badly at this point in the build. We're on our final 10k and I was like, what do I do? So this is where we fully embraced her becoming an artist. We were like, okay, well, we need more jungle. So we ended up using these succulent boxes, and similar to the bath that we did downstairs, we're going to build these in. So we're just going to pop the walls around it, use that same brick just to incorporate a little bit more, make it feel like it belongs. This modular sofa coming to save the day again, which is so cute. Florals on the little coffee table, obviously. Some planters on the wall here. Again, just make it feel more lived in. This is a really cool, I love this section, right? I think these are live edit or debug, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they're nifty knitting. These hanging baskets, they're so cute. We use all different heights, colors. I go in with that color tool in a minute just to make a little bit more variation, but oh my God, it looks so pretty and so perfect for the vibe of this apartment. And I love it. I don't know how it would fare in the wind. Maybe you'd have to tack the strings down, I don't know. But this looks so cute and I absolutely love it. I love it so stinking much. This is just me finessing it a little bit, but look at that. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, bedroom clutter time. I'd say the bedroom is probably one of my least favorite rooms in this house, which is strange for me because normally I love doing the bedrooms. But I think I was getting really stressed. We were running out of budget massively. So we might have to come back at one point and fully flesh this build out with a OTT budget. That'll make me happy. This thing was expensive as well, and I'm just like, oh, but it's pretty and it's plants. The plants are so expensive. Well, maybe when you're putting as many as I am down here, that's when it gets expensive. Just some more plants everywhere, just some hanging baskets, make it feel cute. Oh, I end up doing, yeah, these bamboo ones. We did this in my Jurassic Park build, which is coming soon to YouTube, but it was streamed on Twitch. We used them in Jurassic Park, and oh my god, they're so effective. They're so effective. They look so pretty. That was me trying a darker wood, but it was too red, so we ended up leaving it as that light wood. And that finishing touches. Oh, we added a fire pit in the end as well. There we have it. Oh my god, who's ready for the tour? Tour time, tour time. Look at this. Look at this. She's beautiful. She's great. She's stunning. I love this so much. Like, look at all the details. Oh, also, this is a rooftop garden. Hell yes. Yes, please. Let's scoot on in to the living room area. You can briefly see this waterfall up here. Oh my god, yes, we're spinning around. Spinning around. Look at that. It's stunning. It's so effective. I love it so much. Like, this is one of my favorite features I think I've ever added in a house, and it was simply because it was a requirement by the AI build challenge. I would never have added a waterfall in this house otherwise, but it looks so effective. I love it so much. Here's the kitchen dining area. Again, that gorgeous waterfall. Oh, it's so pretty. It gives me life. It gives me life. I don't know if it would get all your furniture wet. I don't know about that, but it's pretty. Look at this. Oh, there's someone in the apartment. Here's this little console entryway area over here. We're in the bathroom. The bathroom was really difficult to show because it's quite narrow, but you get the vibe. It's just so pretty. It feels to me as a non-American what New York would feel like. Does that make sense to anyone else? I'm a Brit, I've never been to America, but I'm like, yeah, New York penthouse apartment. Little reading area over here, which is super cute. Into our little outdoor indoor area for swimming, which is so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at this. Look at this. And it's fully functional. Your Sims can go all the way in and out. It's just brilliant. And I was like, imagine doing like little laps in there. We've got the fire pit that we added in at the end there. Oh, like imagine entertaining your friends in this space. Oh, there's that waterfall again. Oh, it gives me everything. This way, there's the lift to get into the apartment. I put a mirror right by the front because I was like, you probably want to like, do that last check before you go outside kind of vibe. Here is the upstairs, so we're greeted by more plants, obviously. With a little hallway down to the bedroom. I'm loving all the open plan concept for it. I think it's so cool. I love it so much. I really do. Look at this. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Just love it. I honestly love this build. I never would have built anything like this if it hadn't been for the AI challenge. So well done. We got that little art set over here. We've also got a little yoga seat because I was like, we need something else here. That area is beautiful. Probably could have done with extra lights, but literally I rinsed the budget so much. Funny story though with the budget for this build. I had kept to the budget. I'd done the money cheat of putting the 75 in, but then I didn't realize because I deleted the build that was already here, which had a ton of windows, doors, roof, windows, all of that. It actually increased my budget. So unfortunately, I went over budget without realizing until I was editing and I saw the numbers weren't making sense. So unfortunately, this is slightly over budget, which is heartbreaking to me. We could probably remove some things to make it work. But yeah, tip for all of you, make sure that the lot is empty before you start your build challenge. Just to make sure you don't give yourself extra budget, because I felt so terrible at the end because I worked so hard to stay in the budget. But it's fine. It's fine. There you have it, guys. That was the build. So this is my version of a build challenge, an AI build challenge, if you will. So if you want to do it as well, if you want to make your own version of this urban jungle challenge, I'll put all the details down in the description for you guys so you can play along. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so excited to do one of these again, and I will see you all on the next one.